deeper tests that women use on men that they want just for psychological torture on men and for psychological clarity on women. She's not aware that testing you deeper and wanting a certain thing, a certain reaction from you will torture you psychologically. So she's not aware that those games and those tests will torture you psychologically. But the reality is that won't prevent the test and the game from torturing you, Isaac. Now, there is one major game that women use indirectly, subconsciously, and also covertly. They hide the intent of that test, and sometimes they are not even aware that they are going to test you. And even when they are testing you, at that very moment, Isaac, they are not aware that they are doing it. But now, when you give her a different expectation of what she wanted, now she finally tells herself that how you are acting is weird and she doesn't want to date you because you are low value. But the thing is, you just failed the test and she's now exiting because you are low value. If you could have acted differently, you could have passed the test. The tests sometimes aren't the test because women are not consciously aware that they are testing you. They only become a test when you don't give them a reaction that gives her a perception that you are high value, you are different, and she can't control you. Let me give you a certain example, Isaac. I call you or I meet with you. I want your opinion about a guy that I met with because I want to make a decision. You might give me the best advice because maybe that is the best advice. But when it doesn't make sense to me and it seems like you don't really want me to interact with that guy, I identify you as low value and a guy who is not my type. But when I wanted your advice, I genuinely wanted you to advise me. And I wasn't testing you because I wasn't aware that I was doing it. But now your reaction triggered me to realize that you are insecure. And I am judging you depending on your advice. If you advise me and at the same time, you are giving out a negative energy about that guy. And you act as if you want the best for me. So you would rather tell me something that will make that guy appear toxic. Even when he's toxic and you're telling me the truth, I won't see it as toxic. I will see it as Isaac is actually insecure and he doesn't want me to date that guy. But when I wanted an opinion from you, I wasn't testing you. But then you are giving me this insecurity type of energy. Now you are failing a test that never really existed in the first set. That is why I tell men, most of the time these tests are subconsciously. That is why you shouldn't respond to her question on how she makes you feel. Let's talk about the compliance test. I want you to comply to a certain thing so that I can tell myself that you failed the test. You can only be failing the test when you comply to my demand, but the demand will be passive, indirect, and it will come off as it's a genuine demand because the tone is flat. And you can't even identify if she is testing you. A compliance test is trying to figure if Isaac is high value or if he is insecure and he lacks the confidence. When I use a compliance test on you, I also observe your reaction to me wanting you to comply to a certain thing. This is the thing. This is what she will tell you. Can you tell that guy to pass me that drink? That is why you should always be a gentleman. It's as if she wants you to react in a certain way because she wants that guy to get her the drink and not you. So she's testing how will you react when she says she wants the other guy to pass her the drink, but she wants you to tell him. So I am testing you in two ways and in two forms. Will you do it? Will you comply? When you do it, I have now slowly raised my value. Someone is... I want to see if Isaac, you will comply to my demand and get me the drink, but not let the other guy get me the drink. If you do it, then I am slowly raising my value and you are placing me, so I am high value than you. So I have an upper hand. That is how I let you see my value, by you pleasing me. So it's indirect. If I tell you, can you hold this for me so that I can fix something, you will do it. I'm telling myself that I am signaling you, Isaac, to identify my value. So when you comply, I tell myself you are pleasing me and I am high value than you, Isaac. Yeah, that is the first phase of a compliance test. The second phase is, how will you react now I mentioned about that guy? Can you tell that guy to pass me that cigarette? That is why you should always walk with a cigarette as a gentleman. I am insulting you, Isaac. But again, I am telling you that the other guy is a gentleman because he has a cigarette. Your reaction will tell me how you see your value and how my words are affecting you, and if you are weak enough for me. For example, if I feel like you're not paying enough attention to me, and I have a feeling that the only way you can see my value is for you to pay attention to me, I will just act in a certain way and even decide not to talk to you. I am punishing you because I feel like you need to give me attention. You will feel that energy that I am not into you, so that you can comply to that passive behavior of punishing you when it is a test. She's a grown-up lady, she needs to communicate. But now she doesn't want you to see and realize that you are high value and she really needs you. She will cause you feel like you need her because there will be a break of energy between you and her. And that break of energy will trigger you, and now you will go into a panic mode and you will ask yourself, something has changed. Why isn't she talking to me? Why isn't she replying? I wanted you to pay attention to me, and instead of communicating verbally and subtly and just asking, I give you a silent treatment and then I pull back so that you can feel that energy. That will allow you to finally be the one to make a move on her and show love and show care. So this is a confirmation that she's getting away with her behavior, and you are rewarding her behavior by consistently complying, and you have finally failed the deeper test. Low value, I don't want him. Low value. He's weak. Why? She doesn't know that when you show love and care after she pulled away, that is how she will see it. But when you will instantly act that way, she will subconsciously see you as low value. The compliance test, most of the time, it can be through nuance, tone, energy. I just need to make Isaac feel a certain energy so that Isaac can be triggered and he can react. When he reacts, then he is failing a test. When he shows love, again, he is failing the test. I don't know if I will frame you as a weaker man, because I am not sure if I am applying this test on you, but I will do it. Even when I will move on to the next man, I do not know that I will apply the same test on that guy, but I will just do it subconsciously when I get the same energy I used to get from Isaac. I tell myself, men are so weak. But the reality is, I have been using the same test and I expect a different reaction from you, Isaac. Don't worry. I will tell you later on how to win this test, and trust me, you will be proud of yourself. Now, let me tell you something. Now, don't judge me for this. I was having a conversation with this guy, And I wanted an advice about a certain guy. I never knew I was testing him. I really genuinely wanted an opinion from him. The first day, he gave me a good advice. The second day, he did the same. The third day, he called me to know how I went about this situation, right? I respected him. I admired him. When I told him about my action, about that situation, this is what he told me. Yeah, that is the right thing to do. He's not even a good guy. He has a bad character. I wasn't really testing him. I genuinely wanted an advice. He did good, but he later on ruined by supporting my action because I never entertained that guy. Now he is praising me for making that decision. Women don't want that. She tells herself, so you were insecure. Women, right? Yeah. I'm not any other different. That is how I pictured him. That is how now I have framed him. Let me not use that word. What the fuck? How God is punishing me for. Yeah, the secret of passing women's tasks. Imagine you've ordered a meal, she has ordered a meal, and then she tells you that is weird. It's a weird combination, right? Because you have a beer and then a meal. Maybe you want to justify why it's not weird. You have failed the test. Or maybe you just try to change your menu so that it can't come off as weird. You have failed the test. Maybe you try to say something so that she can see how your food is not weird. You have failed the test. What are you supposed to do so that you can't fail the test, Isaac? This is what you will have to do. You just take out your phone and then you start texting or play something on the phone, right? Or if someone is around, you can have a conversation with them and forget about what she mentioned. Have you passed the test? At that very moment, Isaac, you have. According to you. But according to her, you have dodged. Right? You have ignored that test. Because you don't want to be tested. She knows it. That is why she will test you again. Maybe after 2 days, maybe after 1 week, maybe after 1 month, differently. This round, she wants you to confirm your value and not dodge and act as if you're not hearing what she's saying and there is a louder voice in that area. Now, what are you supposed to do? This is what no one tells you. But I'm going to be so specific. I'm going to give it to you for free. Yeah. Get yourself a piece of paper, write this down, and always remind yourself to use this trick. Mirror her. When she tells you that menu is weird, don't react. Don't justify. Just mirror her. Yours is weird. If you act as if you're just okay and happy, you have passed the test and it can come off as rude. But that is the only way to pass the test. And she will respect you for you, and she will convince herself that she could have used different words if she wanted a different and a respectful response from you, Isaac. Can you buy me a drink? That is what gentlemen do. No, when I use the word gentleman, you will be forced to buy me a drink. But this is a feminist code that is so old and it doesn't exist right now, that if you do it for her, then she will like you more and she will appreciate your bullshit. I am not testing you and I do not want anything from you, and it's not about what I want to receive from you. It's about how you will react and how you will respond about what I want from you. So it's about you. It's not about the drink, it's about you. Can you buy me a drink? This is what gentlemen do. Just tell her, you buy me a drink. Mirror her. You won the test and you have finally become a higher value guy that she will admire. She doesn't want you to be a gentleman. No, she wants you to know your value and communicate your value. Being a gentleman to a woman isn't requested from a woman. If she wants something and then she requests it from you, just tell yourself it's not about what she wants from you, but it's about you. If you are a new member, welcome on board. Join my channel, be a member. Bye-bye.